Hello and welcome to another edition of Paranormal Activity and Mysterious Stories. In this video, I want to show you a couple of UFO videos that were submitted by users on Reddit, and then another one which was the authentic video of the UFOs that flew over the White House in the 1950s. You know, I've heard a lot of skeptics in the past say, you know, if the aliens are out there, you know, why don't they land on the White House lawn? And they kind of did. They kind of did. But let me see. Let's see. Yeah, so the first one is this video here where a father and a son, they spot something just floating in the sky, and then eventually a helicopter comes to check it out, circles it, and then just leaves. Let's see, and then there's another one here of some strange lights in some place called West Kendall, and then actually this video here shows the same type of sphere, but this one was taken in 2014, September 10th of 2014. And then, like I said, in the last video I want to show you is this video here. This is just a photo of these, lights that flew over Washington, D.C. in July of 1952. So let's get to the first one here. Now, you know, this video is actually like over 7 minutes long. I'm not going to show you all of it. I'm just going to, we're just going to go to the part where the helicopter shows up and then takes off. So yeah, you can see this object right here.
Look, the helicopter's going toward it, Julian. Helicopter's going toward it now. Yeah, it's checking it out. It's like, what's going on?
And you gotta know that, you know, this thing is way up there.
Circling it.
So you kind of get a size,
there's nothing really,
of what the size is, but
there's nothing holding it down, though. That's the thing. There's nothing holding it down.
yeah, and you got to know there's a lot of wind up here, you know, at this height. It's definitely, or nothing would be stationary
UFO
on its own.
In West Covina, San Gabriel Valley. Helicopter is circling it. What's today, Monday, Julian? Looks like a what? Eyeball? Yeah. Looks like a big eyeball. Helicopter's leaving the area. Looks like a big eyeball.
And I find that very strange that the helicopter just leaves.
There's a duck flying under it now.
Yeah, how that guy knew that was a duck, I don't know. But anyways, I don't want to play all of this because I don't want to get any copyright hits or anything like that. But you know, let me go to this other video here that shows something that was somewhat similar. And here, you know, same thing. I don't want to get hit with any copyright issues, so I don't want to. Just want to show you a few. But here on this one, you know, you can kind of see what looks like wires or antennas sticking out of this. I don't want to, again, same thing with this one. I don't want to get hit with any copyright infringements. So I will leave a link to this page here in the description, and also, to this one here, so you can check that out. So let's go to this other one here. This is anyone else see wild ass lights in West Kendall? So let me make this big. I mean, that's really hard to say. Let me replay that again. Well, first there's 3 lights. Oh, there was another one right down here, it looked like. And then one of them fades out. I don't know why this video stops like that. But anyways, I'll leave a link to this video also in the description. And then the last video here is this authentic video of the UFOs that flew over Washington in 1952. Did you know that UFOs have been filmed, documented for thousands of years? Yeah, you know what? Yes, I do know that. And my thing is the reason why we've been filming them or documenting them and, most recently filming them is because they're not visiting. They're not coming here from some, far off planet or from some other dimensions. I mean, not to say that, I'm sure there are some that do. But my point is that the video or the UFOs that we've been, filmed and documented for thousands of years, it's because they live here on this planet too. I mean, we as a species I'm pretty sure I've heard, we've only explored less than 5% of this planet. We supposedly know more of the moon. Again, I'm quite sure on that, but we really don't know what's going on in the majority of this planet. So, like I said, I firmly believe that there are other highly advanced species that we share the planet with. But anyways, for example, here are one of many documents that can be found within the CIA's electronic reading room that makes it quite clear that authentic footage exists. Recent footage of UFOs released and confirmed by the Pentagon also makes this quite clear, not to mention millions of pages of declassified documents from multiple government agencies describing encounters with objects that perform maneuvers no known aircraft is capable of doing. The thing is, we didn't need them to tell us, and footage, pictures, and thousands of interesting cases makes one thing quite clear: something is going on. One example from the past I like to use comes from July of 1952, when multiple UFOs were filmed flying over Washington, D.C. Where is this? Okay, here's this. Let's watch this footage here. July 12th, 1952, this happened. I've actually heard stories that this was the Germans, but I don't know, that might have been a cover story, who knows. Let's see, let me go back. Yeah, one example from the past I like to use comes from July of 1952, when multiple UFOs were filmed flying over Washington, D.C. In fact, during that summer, there were a number of sightings reported. These sightings were known as the Big Flap and are quite well known among many ufologists. During that time, military jets that were sent out to take a closer look at these objects did so to no avail. The objects instantaneously accelerated at speeds that are still not attainable today by any known man-made craft, similar to the many examples that exist today. All of the sightings during this time were confirmed by civilians, military radar operators, and pilots. The same goes for many sightings today, with the Pentagon's recent release being a prime example. General Nathan Twining, author of a September 23, 1947 memo, stated that the phenomenon reported is something real and not visionary or fictitious, and that the reported operating characteristics such as extreme rate of climb, maneuverability, particularly in row, and actions which much be considered evasive when sighted or contacted by friendly aircraft and radar, lend belief to the possibility that some of the objects are controlled either manually, automatically, or remotely. The sightings over the White House rocked local consciousness and were being reported by every major American newspaper at the time. They caused so much of a stir that President Truman held a press conference to answer questions about the event. During that conference, he admitted that government officials discussed this topic in every meeting that the administration has with the military. He went on to say that there's always things like that going on, UFOs, and they've had other things, you know. I counted 9 the night that I saw them. They were round, the typical disc-type aircraft, spacecraft, but they were there, they were illuminated, they were quite visible, their configuration was quite conspicuous. Colonel Ross Dickerson. Let's watch this video one more time. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I counted 10 of those little lights. Well, you know what? I'll leave a link to this page also if you want to check that out. But that's going to be it for this video. If you like stuff like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share it. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.